It's now time for Remember When with Uncle John. John Guess, Ouachita County's resident storyteller and local historian. Sit back now and enjoy a walk down memory lane as John recalls the days of yesteryear in his own unique way. You never know, some of it might even be true. So here's Uncle John, along with his trusty sidekick, Kelly Blair.
Back on Remember When with Uncle John. Well, we did it. We survived another Monday, rolling along here on a Tuesday. And, John, you said you got a buddy, Randy, got a pretty significant day coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, my buddy Randy Stinnett. Tomorrow's his birthday, the 29th. Of course, that's Wrestling Wednesday for us. So, I got to give him some accolades and some promenades today, for his birthday.
Go ahead and get her out of the way. Celebrate all week. Celebrate all month, man.
He'll be, he'll be 67 tomorrow, and it's hard to imagine, 45 years ago, either one of us still being alive.
Yeah.
Of course, I tell everybody I would probably be a Philadelphia attorney right now if I'd have stayed away from him.
Yeah.
But, I wouldn't have all these Remember When stories if I hadn't grew up with him.
Well, that's true. What could Randy have been if he wasn't hanging around with Uncle John? You ever thought about that?
Well, that's true. That's true. He'd probably be rich right now. That's probably what he'd be. But my dearest friend, we grew up rolling little cars along the back pew of Red Hill and Little Missouri Church when we was little boys, and spent our lives together, and we've been there for each other for weddings and funerals and the good times and the bad times and the hard times and the times that we can't talk about on the radio, But I love him like a brother. We have spent countless hours in our life talking about Remember When, and sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a sad thing. But tomorrow's his birthday, and Randy is guaranteed his trip through the pearly gates. The man has grown up to be a servant of God, a very godly person. He's somebody that does everything he can to help everybody that needs him. And there ain't too many people I know like that. He can't say no. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a hard thing. But he literally can't say no. And he's just a good person that is always there when somebody needs him. He's there when you don't need him, if you just need somebody to talk to. But he does everything he can to help everybody. We were both raised as good as two people could ever be raised, and we never were near as bad as a lot of folks made us out to be. We just like to have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And our idea of a good time way back when was a little bit different than most folks.
Didn't match up with everybody.
But he has, I'm going to tell you, he has got my respect and my love. He's just a good husband. He's been a good father, a good grandfather. God, like I said, above all else, he's a godly man, and he's a good person. And I'm not saying this in case you need your house roofed or you need a ditch dug to call him, because he would probably come help you. But, he's just one of those people that can't say no and is always there when he's needed. And I'm proud to call him a friend. I'm proud to call him my best friend. And we all rely on him a lot there around Chittister and Reeder and Red Hill and the church, and just a good person, and just want to acknowledge him on his 67th birthday.
Well, there you go. You definitely got to hang on to those old friends, because some of them are silver and some of them are gold. And besides, all those stories about you and Randy, we're not going to let any facts get in the way of a good story now. I mean, that's how reputations are built.
Absolutely, Now, I will tell you this much. Every one of these scars that's on my head, I owe to him. I would probably be in the running for, a lot of people confuse me for for George Clooney anyway.
Right.
You know, Brad Pitt. They call me Brad Pitt all the time. But you know, if it wasn't for all the windshields that he owned, all these scars wouldn't be on my head.
There you go. The Time magazine would have named you Sexiest Man of the Year 3 years running by now.
But, you know, I'm telling you, I would rather have these scars and all those memories than to not have these scars and be Brad Pitt.
Absolutely. Hey, that's going to wrap up Remember When with Uncle John here for today. We do want to thank ProMed Ambulance Service, though, for being one of our outstanding sponsors. To sign up or for more information, contact ProMed Ambulance Service at 1-800-634-0436. They are serving Randolph, Lawrence, Ashley, Union, Dallas, and Calhoun County, and it's better to have them and not need them than
need them and not have them.
Also, Sherwin-Williams House Paint, 836-8125 for all your interior and exterior house painting needs. Greg Bradshaw and his staff can hook you up over at 315 Jefferson Street. Also want to give a big shout out to J.J. Lindsay over at the Shopper's Guide. Can handle all your printing needs. Doesn't matter if it's baseball, stat sheets, no trespassing signs, or anything like that. And last but certainly not least, check out our podcast on everywhere you can get podcasts. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Deezer, Pod Addict, Pod Chaser, GeoSavan. Like I said, just search for Remember When with Uncle John. Don't leave off the with Uncle John part or you'll get 200 different Remember Wins. But search for it and you can find it even on Facebook and on YouTube. I guess we'll see you tomorrow, John.
Hey, you reckon it's true that JJ could print some money?
I wouldn't put it past him.
All right, well,
Monopoly money, maybe.
Happy birthday, Randy, and I'll see you tomorrow, Kelly.
Hi, bud.
You've been listening to Remember When with Uncle John on Y95. This broadcast can be heard each weekday morning at 6:45 on South Arkansas's favorite station, Y95.